You wake up before the world becomes visible. Not because you want to, because if you don't survive. The desert is still dark, cold enough to freeze breath in the air, silent enough to feel unnatural. There are no birds yet, no movement, no life, only sand stretching beyond anything the human eye can measure. And in the middle of it, you are still here, old, slow, fragile in a way the world should have already punished. But you survived yesterday, and now you have to survive today. You sit up slowly. Your body resists every movement like it remembers every hardship you've ever lived through. Your knees crack before they bend. Your hands shake before they touch the ground. And the sand, it feels colder than stone. For a moment, you don't move. You listen. Because in the desert, sound decides whether you live or die. Nothing. Only wind. That means you are not being followed. Not yet. You push yourself up. Slowly, carefully, like even standing is something the desert might punish you for. Behind you, shapes begin to move. Not enemies, not animals, people.
A group. Your group. You don't speak. No one does. Speech wastes water. Speech wastes breath. Speech wastes survival. Everyone wakes the same way. Slow, silent, measured. A system that only exists because mistakes used to kill too quickly. You check the sky. Even before the sun rises, the desert has a color, a warning color, a color that tells you how much time you have left before heat becomes violence. You begin moving. Not fast, never fast. Fast kills you here. The desert doesn't reward speed, it punishes it. Every step you take is already planned. Not by instinct, by memory, by people who came before you and didn't survive. You learned from their absence. The dunes are endless. They look identical, but they are not. They lie. They shift. They erase direction. A younger traveler walks slightly ahead, too fast, too confident. The elder raises a hand. The movement is small, but immediate. Everyone stops. No questions, no hesitation.
Because in the desert, questioning the wrong decision is how people disappear. The elder walks forward alone for a moment. He kneels, touches the sand, feels the grain size, feels the moisture beneath it, feels things that cannot be taught quickly, only lived. He stands, changes direction. The group follows. No one knows why. They just know it is correct. The sun rises, and the desert changes personality. What was cold becomes sharp. What was silent becomes aggressive. Heat begins to rise from the ground itself. Like the earth is exhaling fire. You continue walking. Hours pass. But time behaves differently here. There is only before heat and after heat. The first illusion appears. Water. A shimmering blue line in the distance. It looks real. It always looks real. Somewhere, people have died chasing that illusion. But the elder doesn't even look at it twice because he has seen it before, too many times. The group continues. The desert tests them again. A patch of sand that looks stable, but isn't. Footsteps begin to sink slightly deeper. The elder stops instantly. Everyone freezes. He steps forward alone, tests it, pulls back. Danger. A hidden collapse zone. They detour. Another death avoided without a sound. The sun climbs higher. Now the desert becomes something else entirely. Not a place, a pressure, a force pushing down on every living thing. Breathing becomes heavier. Skin begins to burn. Water inside the body begins to feel less like life and more like time running out. Still, you walk because stopping is not rest. Stopping is surrender. The elder is slowing now, not physically, but in observation. He is reading everything. Wind direction, sand texture, shadow angles, heat distortion patterns. To you, it is empty land. To him, it is a language. Then he stops again. This time, longer. Everyone waits. He kneels deeper. This is different. Something matters here. He digs slightly. Not much, just enough to see. The sand changes color underneath. Slightly darker. He pauses, then signals forward carefully. Hours pass again. The desert does not care. It never cares. A sand gust rises in the distance. Not yet a storm, but a warning. The group adjusts direction again. Not away from danger, but around it. Like avoiding a living thing. You realize something. Nothing here is random. Everything is negotiated. Every movement is a decision against death.
The sun begins to descend, slowly. Finally, heat weakens slightly. But now, something else arrives. Fatigue, the kind that makes bones feel heavier than stone. The group keeps walking because night is not safety. Night is another challenge. The first stars appear. The elder looks up, not in wonder, in navigation. The sky is a map older than memory. He recognizes patterns no one else sees, and the group follows his gaze without needing explanation. The desert cools rapidly, too rapidly. Cold returns like an enemy that was waiting its turn. A fire is prepared, small, controlled, protected from wind. Fire is not comfort here. It is defense. A circle of light where predators hesitate. A circle of warmth where humans remember they are still alive. Everyone gathers, close, not for emotion or survival. The elder sits at the center, not because he is strongest, but because he is the reason they are still alive. Silence returns, not empty silence, controlled silence, the kind built from discipline, from generations
Of learning what not to do.
He watches the group, counts them without speaking, confirms everyone is still here, still intact, still part of the system. The fire flickers. The desert waits outside it, patient, endless, unchanged. And in that moment, something becomes clear. The desert did not lose to humans. Humans learned how to stop losing to the desert, not by overpowering it, but by understanding it, listening to it, moving with it, and surviving long enough for knowledge to become stronger than strength. And in the middle of that endless silence, an old man is still alive, not because he is strong, but because the people around him refuse to let knowledge die.